AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like
He started.
When Carmelo was here, I always said, I don't care about my criticism about Carmelo. They never gave him calls. Like, he would get hacked. And it's not like we don't think Karl-Anthony Towns is not getting hacked so good. So, yeah, we do agree with you, Laturia. So we agree he's getting beat up, right? But how do you turn that around? If you is there a mentality from the coach, from anybody that's just like, yo, you got to play through it? How does somebody earn calls? Because now I'm seeing like, well, this is why I'm like, all right, it's funny that AllBall thinks it's about OG now, but the referees are respecting OG Anunoby by giving them calls. He's low on his shoulder, going to the rim, finishing with contact, and they give him foul calls. He's going to the charity stripe. He was 10 of 10 the other day. So, Flea, how do you play through it? How do you create the respect? Is that all personality? Is that you got to send tape to the league office? I don't even know, because bro, this is kind of mind-boggling. He does get hacked. I'm not gonna lie.
How often do we see OG complain about calls? Just honestly, how often do we see Hart complain? We see Brunson complain. We see Cat complain. How often do we see OG chatting with the referees? I'm just asking.
Today he said no, and that was just one time. But
we're talking about 75 games. How often do we see that? So my only point is just play through it. Just play through it. Play through it. If you continue to be aggressive, if you continue to not let the defense off the hook, get into the rim, right? Not settling for jump shots, but actually attacking the basket. They're gonna see, okay, this guy is not a what we call it, a free throw merchant. This guy is not settling for threes. This guy verbally told us he's the best big man shooter. He verbally told us that. So that lets me know that his go-to, what he's trying to get to, is a jump shot. It's not to abusing you with your back to the basket at 7 feet. We talk about Dirk. Dirk's game was predicated off the fact that he could shoot the basketball at a high level. It was not predicated off the fact that he was a bruiser in the post, that he could put you on his hip, that he could do all of these physical things in the post. His game was predicated off the fact that he was 7 feet and could shoot over you and was not a physical player. So now we expect Cat to do the same things? I don't think that he has the same game. He doesn't embrace the fact that the same skills that Dirk has, you don't have. Take advantage of the skills that you do have.
I don't think because Cat complains every play, that shouldn't mean he shouldn't get the call if he's getting fouled. I've always said this for years. Like I said, I've been on social media now a little over 3 years. There's a conspiracy against the Knicks. People could laugh at me. People could say whatever they want to say. I've been consistent about this. We do not get calls. Even at home, we do not get calls. Simple and plain. And it's been like that forever. And Fabian just alluded to even back with the Carmelo. For some reason, they do not want to see us succeed and win. So for me, I understand Cat complains too much, and that can give a ref calls to be like, man, I ain't giving you this call. But if it's a blatant foul, you should make the call. I just think Cat gets a bad rep. When you got guys like Draymond and certain people in the media putting out, these things about a player, this is what happens. This is what happens.
I can agree with that. For sure.
So for me, it's the same thing with the AD thing, to where, when he got traded for Luka, they just totally forgot how great he was and that he won a championship, because all you think about is street clothes and how much injured he be. So with the Cat, it's almost just thinking, yo, he's soft, he this, he that. And it's like, yo, he's an all-star. He's playing on a great team. He's playing good basketball. Why is he not being ref closely like everyone else? So for me, I don't know what he can do to turn it around. Maybe the coaching staff. See, this is my thing with the coaching and not on Tibbs. I'm just saying, this is why I said a while ago, Fleet, all right, if we don't fire Tibbs, I just want him to get a better coaching staff to where maybe they can holler at, the referees or whoever they got to holler at, the commissioner, whoever. Like, yo, y'all need to be watching this stuff, because now some of this comes down to winning ball games or losing ball games. So for me, I think, I don't know what Cat could do, but like I said, we've always been we've always been refereed against terribly. Always. We don't even get home cooking at home. Know what I mean? So
I agree with that. I agree with that fully.
Right. I've never seen this before. And like I said, when you have a guy on your team that's, arguably at times the best player on the team, of course, him and Brunson, I still think it's Brunson, but on the floor, it can go either way. And for them guys to not get calls, it's just weird. It's weird.
I just looked it up. For Cat's career, he averages 5 free throws a game. The most free throws he ever shot was 6.5 in 2019, 2020. And ever since then, it's been 6, 6, 4.7, 4.7. And this year it is 5.7. So it's the highest it has been in 4 years. But then I looked up Jalen Brunson as well. And he went from the last 3 seasons, 5.8, 6.5, and now 7 free throw attempts per game this year. And he's averaging less shot attempts per game this season. Last year he was averaging 21 shots per game. This year is 18. So his free throws went up. So to me, that's coming from him establishing himself. That's where I think this comes from. Because what I said was when Karl Anthony Towns had a month and a half and he was in the top 3 MVP, and we were all like, yo, nah, I had to eat my words. I didn't expect this from him. So if he plays like this, then I can't have nothing bad to say. But since then, he has reverted to who he was. When you a number 1 guy and you play like he did in December and January, I think that plays a trick because it's political. Bro, if I'm averaging 30 and 15 and we winning games, they're gonna the fans are here to see me. I think that's really, it might be conspiracy, aluminum foil fitted on, Flea, but I really think that's what it is. When you could bring people with the jerseys on, I think you get that call from the media and they tell you, from the front office, from the NBA exec offices, yo, you got to relax, giving them calls. Think about why basketball is different than any other sport. We get to see these guys and we see each other's faces on the screen right now. They are so recognizable. So imagine what a free throw means to marketing. I'm taking a free throw and everybody sees me. Yo, my girl, she don't care about the Knicks. She goes, oh, homeboy ain't playing. Talking about Jalen Brunson. I'm shocked she knew who Jalen Brunson was. How you know? Yeah. She's like, yo, because he kind of looks Dominican. Like your man AllBall. That's what she said.
Yeah. So no, but the casual, the person that doesn't watch every day, yeah.
She would have known who Jalen Brunson was 2-3 years ago. I doubt she knows who Cat is, maybe because he be on a Dominican thing now. But I think that marketability plays a the big business side. Yo, I just heard, I forgot what homeboy's name was that used to be with the Phoenix Suns. He was on
Amin El Hassan.
That's how you say it. How you say it again?
Amin El Hassan.
Amin El Hassan. Yo, he broke down one time when Scott Skiles was in a meeting, like a front office meeting with the coaches. You heard this?
Yes.
Dog. He said that David Stern asked him, they were going to have a change during the game and have the cameras introduced during halftime and talk to the coaches. So it's been 10, 15 years since this happened that they interview the coaches at halftime in the locker room or at half court. Scott Skiles said, yo, man, and he said politely, he asked David Stern, yo, but doesn't the sanctity of the game matter and the team? Doesn't that matter?
Skiles hasn't had a job since.
Dog, AllBall.
He hasn't had a job since.
David Stern told Scott Skiles, that's a great question. On one hand, we have the sanctity of the game. On the other hand, we have $18 billion on the table. Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck back down. What? So when we talk about big business, Karl Anthony Towns ain't about that big business. Jalen Brunson means big business in New York if your free throw attempts are jumping up.
Hold on.
You want to read it?
Yeah, because she spent $50 right now to tell us this. And we got to show her love. Like, she spent $50 just now. Big shout out to Latu. Yeah. We all see how much he gets hacked. We can see it. On top of that, he plays hurt. Add a new team system and teammates. I get the criticisms on his D, but I'm not going to say he doesn't play hard because he does. Y'all dogging that man unnecessarily. I thoroughly appreciate where Tory B is coming from. I'm going to vehemently disagree with what she's saying.
Yeah, you can't buy Flea. You can't buy Flea.
Like, I'm going to vehemently disagree with what she's saying, and anybody else that is trying to like give Cat an out. At some point, you gotta hold this dude accountable. This is what I'm saying. Y'all love scoring. Y'all love what niggas put up in the box score, but don't want to look at how they're affecting on the defensive end. If nobody asked you to play defense ever and you play ball, okay, so what? I'm telling you now, you're never going to be good unless I can put the ball in the basket and stop Raymond from putting the ball in the basket. That's how this shit works. And the teams that win are able to do that. And the teams that are not able to do that don't win. It's simple.
But just real quick, big shout out Tory B, big shout out everybody in the chat.
Big shout out Tory B.
Please hit that like button.
Yeah, well, no, we know you watch all the games. Well, ain't nobody down that. Whoa,
no, not one bit.
I somewhat agree with her, and I think I've been telling both of y'all this for the last couple lives that
you do.
Guys are being but this is in all seriousness. Guys are being a little unfair to him. Now, I've also said Cat is probably one of the worst defenders I've ever seen. That is a fact. I've been saying that, and I really believe that. But we have to be honest. Everybody besides OG is looking like bad defenders. Josh Hart is a terrible defender. I don't care what nobody says. Love his effort. Love all of that. But he's not a good defender. Mikal Bridges, at times, is not a good defender. So, I get what she's saying, but we all have to be honest, though, Tory B. Cat gets picked on night in and night out. But, at the same time, we kind of have to be fair. Us as a total, as far as the Knicks, we are bad defensively. And can we give more percentage to Cat? Okay, yes. If we go 100%, okay, we want to give Cat 55, 60%. I'm cool with that. But we can't give him 100% because we knew this who he was coming here. Now, I'm not defending him.
Thank you, God. Somebody gets him.
I'm not defending him, but I think as a team, we got to get it together defensively. And can we say it has to start with Cat? Maybe because being picked on is not good. Not good at all. And not being able to defend, committing 2-3 fouls in the first quarter, not knowing how to move your feet, just dumb shit. I totally agree. But as a collective, we are bad. We are bad. And a lot of wings and guards have career nights against us. And I'm not going to say that's on Cat. But I understand he definitely is terrible defensive.
Eyes on the prize, baby Bubba. Prize picks. Run your game.
Baby Bubba.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.